All right, you guys, welcome to cannot talk distance and midpoint formulas. Um, we're going to jump right in with midpoint, okay? And you can see here on the left, I have the formula for the midpoint as x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Okay. All right. So if we look on the right hand side, it says find the midpoint of the segment with the following endpoints. Okay. So here's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to take those 2 points. Okay. And you have to imagine that you have a line segment and it would look, I'm not even going to try to graph it, but just imagine you have a segment and one of the points is 5 comma 5 and the other point is 10 comma 1. Okay, we want to know what this point right here is. Okay, what is that point and what are the coordinates? Okay, what are the actual coordinates between these 2 points? Okay, now I'm going to tell you right now, because you are dividing by 2, okay, you can get decimals, okay, or you can get fractions, okay. And in terms of your final answer, I'm not going to be picky, okay, if you leave your answer as a fraction, if you leave it as a decimal. All right, so if I have the points 5 comma 5, and then I have the point 10 comma 1, okay, so this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. All right, so the formula says that I take my x values, okay, my x values, I add them up and divide by 2. So the midpoint equals 5 plus 10 divided by 2. So I took the x values and I divided them by 2. Then it tells me to take the y values, 5 plus 1, and divide by 2. Okay. All right, now 5 plus 10, so that's 15 over 2. 5 plus 1, that's 6 over 2. Now this is where I don't care. I don't care if you leave that as a fraction, but really, honestly, 15 divided by 2, all right, that's 7.5. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that's the actual coordinates, okay, of the point that is in the middle between these 2 points if I draw a line and I connect them. All right, so how do I write that in my delta math? So I go parentheses, 7.5, comma 3, because the final answer is a point. Okay. There we go. So 7.5, comma 3. Let me get a space in there. Okay, actually, I didn't want a space. Okay, so 7.5, comma 3. Submit my answer. Yes, and there we go. Okay, you can see the exact same. Oh, perfect. So Delta Math also included a picture. Okay, so 5.5, 10 comma 1. Okay, or 5 comma 5, 10 comma 1. And then where's that point right there? Okay, and that's how it would look on the graph. Okay, all right, let me do one more. Okay, all right, so it says find the midpoint of the segment with the following endpoints. So 2 comma 10 and negative 3 comma 6. So this is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. Okay, if you notice, I would very much encourage you to label those points so that way you know when you plug them in to the formula that you grab the right one. So I'm going to add the x values. So 2 plus negative 3 divided by 2. And then I'm going to add the y values. 10 plus 6 divided by 2. All right, so 2 plus -3, well, that's -1 divided by 2. And 10 plus 6, that's 16 divided by 2. I'm going to leave this one as a fraction just so you can see in delta math. So -1/2 and 16 divided by 2 is 8. All right, so now if I go over here, parentheses, -1 divided by 2, comma, 8, close my parentheses. All right, so submit my answer. And there we go. So see, it's okay that you submit your final answer as a fraction. It'll convert to a decimal here in Delta Math. And you can see here the picture. Okay, so these are my 2 points, and we have found the midpoint. Okay. All right, so come back for video number 2 and we're going to change things up just a little bit.